Life Yarn, and today we're going to be crocheting the quick Crochet Baby Blanket. Now, I do not have my original blanket that you see in the picture, but I did work up a small size blanket for you that we're going to do in our tutorial together. It shows you every step. So it starts out with just double crochets, and then if you know double crochet and single crochet, you can make this blanket. It has textures you can see here. Each of these little texture pieces are made with a single and 2 double crochets. Even the border is made with that, and then with chains. So it's very easy, and it does work out quickly because the double crochet stitches are a little tall. Worsted weight yarn, and I used a different yarn. I didn't have the yarn that I originally used, and my goal this year is to use up my stash. So I'm trying not to go out and buy new yarn, and you guys know how hard that can be. So I used the yarn I had in my stash that was similar for us to work this blanket together. So are you ready? Let's get started. Materials we need for this project include worsted weight yarn. I'm using this out of my stash here, but 2 skeins of the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre were used for the original blanket, so you can use any worsted weight yarn that you like. A size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. You'll also need a yarn needle and some scissors. To begin, you can chain any multiple of 3. I've just chained 33 here, but the original pattern called for 108. So if you're making it the same size as the blanket in the photo, chain 108. And now we're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook right here with a double crochet. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, and draw through the last 2. And there's your double crochet. And again, the next chain, I like to work in the back of a chain. It's totally up to you. So I work into those bumps at the back. And we're just double crocheting into each chain. So go ahead and double crochet. And if you're using the number I started with, you'll have 106 double crochet. All right, here's our first row of double crochet. So for row 2, you're going to chain 1. This does count as a single crochet. And then 2 double crochet stitches in the first stitch. So work 1 like normal, and then right in the same stitch, work a second double crochet. Okay, don't forget this one counts as a stitch as well. Now skip the next 2 stitches, and now we're going to work a single crochet and 2 doubles in the next stitch. And we're just going to repeat that down the row. So skip 2 and work a single. And this is what's going to actually give us that great texture. 2 doubles. So just repeat this all the way down to the end of the row, and I'll show you in the next clip how we're going to end. Here we are. We have 3 stitches left. These 2 and our turning chain, which did count as a stitch. Skip these 2 stitches. And single crochet right here in your turning chain. Okay, so a single right here. And that's how you end off the row. So you'll work to the last 3 and then just single crochet in that last stitch. So for row 3, you can either chain 3 to start off your row, like this, which is a traditional double crochet, and it's what's in the pattern, and it does count as a stitch. Or you can do what I like to do that leaves less gaps. I'm going to show you that real fast here. It's called a chainless double crochet. And honestly, this is what I do because I hate working into a turning chain. I do it as little as possible. Raise up your yarn till about twice the height of your hook shaft or the width of your hook shaft. You're going to pull it towards you, hold it still at the top. So you kind of loop it around, yarn over, and pull. Mine will cooperate. Let her pull under that first loop. And then yarn over, and there's 2 loops on your hook now. Pull through those. And it gives you a little bit of a better V stitch to work into when you come back to work that single crochet. So skip this first stitch, though. Remember, that does count. Either way you do it, it counts as a stitch. And just double crochet all the way across. So it always counts as a stitch whether you use a chain 3. If you can't get the hang of the chainless double crochet, it's totally fine. Chain 3 works just as well. And we'll come back and put a border on the edge, so it really isn't going to matter about that. I just personally really hate to work into a turning chain, so I like to show that trick. So double crochet all the way down into each stitch. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So repeat row 2 and 3 all the way until it's the desired size. All right, I have finished mine now, and you're on a row 3. So we're looking at the back of the blanket here. I just finished row 3. The textured side is when you're working a row 2. So I just finished row 3, and I'm going to start the border. Okay, to start your border, you'll chain 1, 2 double crochet in the first stitch, and we're really just working exactly the same thing as a row 2 until we get to the corner. So skip 2, single, 2 double, and I'm going to work this one all the way down to the end to show you what's different. Usually when we got to the last 3 stitches, we would just work a single crochet in that last stitch, and that's not what we're going to do for our border. This makes a nice little scalloped border, but it's already what you've been doing, so it should feel really familiar. So skip 2, single, 2 double. Like I said, I'm going to work this all the way down and then show you the corner and how to work it down the side of the row. We're literally just working this row 2 pattern all the way around the edge of our blanket for the first row of the border. Okay, here we are coming down to the end. Now, typically we would have just single crocheted right here, but instead we're going to work the single and 2 doubles like we have been doing. And that's going to actually turn the corner for us. A lot of times you'll work like 3 stitches, like 3 single crochets or a single crochet with some chains. But instead we're doing a single and 2 doubles in our corner, which will turn it for us evenly. So it's going to help turn there. And now skip the row that's the double crochet. You can see I skipped those 2 stitches, about the same width right here as a double crochet. So find that single crochet stitch where you would end a row on and work a single and 2 doubles in right there. You just want the spacing between them to be about the same as what the 2 stitches were. So for me, I'm going to skip this double here and work into this little single space. It's just a little bit of a smaller hole. That's the way that I recognized it as the single as opposed to the double, because the double crochet is taller, of course. And you'll work this all the way down, just skipping the double, working into the single. Every so often check and make sure that it's even. You can see this is nice and even, and you don't want it puckering or anything, so just double check. And you're going to work that all the way down, and you'll do the same thing in the corner, just a single 2 double to turn it, work along the bottom edge. There's already your foundation chains, so it'll be easy to work those stitches in the same way as skipping 2. Work the single 2 double in this corner, and the same thing along this side, and I'll show you where to join it with a slip stitch at the end. Okay, so I've worked around here, and I am ready to join. I'm actually going to join right here in like the chain 1. So it's a little, you need to use your nail to kind of get it in. It's the chain 1 that we started our round with. So go ahead and slip stitch through there, and that completes the round. And now we're going to chain 3. Skip this double crochet that's next. Okay, and then single crochet in the next double. So there's 2 doubles right beside each other here. Go ahead and single crochet in the next one. And also single crochet in the single crochet that comes next. So this space right here, go ahead and single crochet there. Chain 3. And we're going to repeat. You'll chain 3, skip the next double crochet, single crochet into the double crochet after it, and then work a single crochet in the single crochet. So just repeat that, chain 3, skip, and then work 2 singles, and it just works all the way around the blanket, and it gives a little bit more of a scalloped, a little lacier edge to it than just the traditional, and it doesn't leave a huge hole. So go ahead and work this all the way around. When you get around the beginning, this, for me, the two singles at the end were a little, I didn't feel like I had enough space for them, so it's up to you. If you have space, you can skip a single crochet, it's okay, and you just go ahead and join with the slip stitch. And then that's going to be it. That is your pattern. So you can see the little bit of the border there. It looks a little better. I liked it better on the other with the different color a little bit to the border, but it definitely works even with just one solid. So go ahead and fasten off. And you can see this side here is the texture. We were looking at the back of the blanket, so the textured side is right here. This stitch gives great texture, and like I said, it works up super easy, and it's a great gift. So if you would love more free patterns, come visit us at love.life.yarn.com and make sure to subscribe. I am putting out a ton of videos this year in 2025, and I hope you'll join me in the journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.